Hey guys, I was just going to give a reading for the general energy. It doesn't have to be for a particular sign. If you've clicked on this video, hopefully you find a message. If you're new, welcome. Please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get all the messages I post each month. All the rest of the videos are out. I just thought I need to do this collective energy read and see what's going on out there, and I'm choosing to give it to you guys, so let's do this. I'm choosing to share it with you guys rather than on my own. Let's see what's going on here. Fertility, okay. Some of you have got pregnant in lockdown, huh? Some of you have been thinking about pregnancy and new beginnings here. What new ideas you want to start, things like that. You have grown immensely. I feel like you've learned to open your heart chakra. It may have started with heartache here. Because of the heart chakra highlighted here, I'm obviously drawn to that. I'm actually drawn to a hair as well. Some of you are complaining about, look, I can't get to the salon. The barber's is shut. So yeah, I do get it. Some of you are thinking about these things because this is Venus, right? This is the Empress. And 3 is about your 3rd house, Gemini, communication. So you are thinking up new ways to communicate and how you communicate and how you create things, and very creative energy that is coming out as a whole in lockdown. This is what it was for, right? This is why it's happened. So you can find your creative niche, if you like, your calling. Listen to your heart here. I'm hearing that song, Listen to Your Heart, It's Calling to You. I'm not even sure if that's the lyrics. I can hear it, but I'm not sure if It's Calling to You is the lyrics. So you'll be able to look it up on YouTube, no doubt. But yeah, I'm really drawn to the heart chakra here being opened, a great of understanding for all of you humanity, wanting this motherly energy, I feel, realizing how important connection is, right? Not only speaking your truth, finding your truth, speaking from your heart brings you this fertility. It doesn't necessarily have to be about a baby. It is about giving birth to something new. And this is what's happening to humanity right now. We're giving birth to this new era. It just reminded me of a reading I did a while ago, probably a year or so ago. Like I say, it's my 3-year anniversary here on YouTube. And it was about this new world coming into being. A lot of people, and I've seen a lot of people publishing about the 5th dimension, going from the 3rd to the 5th dimension, and people thinking it was an actual physical place and things like that. It's actually transcending and understanding the 3D a lot better and moving through the 4th to the 5th dimension. So it's not only thinking out of the box, it's putting into practice what you learn, right? And this is bringing this new world to life. I know in the beginning it seems like it's such a difficult phase we're going through, but nothing's easy, right? It starts with what looks like a tower, but it comes into this beautiful being. So I feel like the earth pulsating. This is what I'm feeling, like a regeneration and this new world coming into being here. And a lot of you will be feeling this in your DNA even. So you could have had a transformation in your body. Some of you could have worked out, some of you may have not. It doesn't really matter. It's how you are feeling what's coming into being that's important here. Let's see. Success, victory, material and spiritual prosperity. And this is what I was talking about, people finding their true calling here, what their heart wants to do. So a lot of people could say lost their job but found a new business, right? Selling things from home, doing what they truly love. Now they can finally have that time off from work, right? Finally finding time to put into your yoga or your spiritual growth and do things that actually you want to do. So it has been a success, this transformation. and this new world coming into being here. The Six of Wands is about success, and it's also about attention being drawn to it. So everybody is now seeing this brighter future ahead. If you're not right now, don't worry, it's coming. This is also the feminine energy, so this is why I'm saying it's something giving birth, but it can't be done without the masculine energy as well. So we can dream up these ideas, but we need the masculine energy to be the driving force behind it, and that's that six there that we see, the balance of the feminine and masculine. So something can be created here. Harmony, there you go. This is what we're creating. This is the Lovers. This is soulmates, twin flames coming into being, and we see again the heart chakra there being illuminated. People finding peace, finding their calling, finding their true love. I feel like this is people finally understanding what they lost, what they actually want instead of what they thought they wanted. A lot of help and a guidance from above that people are now seeing. I think it was just Pisces who had this 666 energy as well, saying that, you know, if your emotions feel off balance, you could have been at one point focusing too much on work, and this is why this came to you. Maybe that in this part you lost your job, maybe you're a person who lost a romantic partner, and you know, it's bringing it all into balance now. So those of you who had to focus on career now started focusing on working for yourself and being successful. Those of you who had to redirect your focus into love, you're finding this harmony, this balance and this peace. And like I said, it takes the masculine and feminine energy to bring things into creation. And that's what we're seeing here. And we've seen this new world beginning. It may not start off looking pretty. I see a lot of babies born looking like potatoes. I'm only joking, guys. They're all beautiful. If you've been here this long with me, you know humor comes with my channel because laughter is the best medicine of all, right? Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. Oops, too many, but the star is the one that turned over. So I love it. I love it. I love it. The constellation right now, we're in Aquarius while I'm recording this, but anytime you see it, you was meant to see it, right? Don't overthink it. The message is always if you're drawn to it. So here with the star card, I definitely, again, am drawn to the balancing out of things here and destiny stepping in and helping us. We did shift into the age of Aquarius. So I guess we're seeing more of humanity. If you're looking out to the world and you're saying to yourself, you know, it's so scary out there, there's these terrible things are happening and I'm quite nervous about what's going on, here you should find some reassurance. Change is not scary. It can be because it's the unknown, and it's the unknown that people are actually scared of. But these points in, I guess, time that we can look back on history and say, you know, maybe we were scared about getting a telephone, right? And now you can't live without this telephone. Well, hopefully you can, but you get the message there. So I believe that this is destiny. This was destined to happen for the greater good and the healing of the planet, because it's bringing out the best in everybody. You see people reaching out and helping neighbors again. And we are beings that, you know, we're raised in like tribe. We're tribal beings, right? It takes a community to raise a child. These sayings have been around for eons, right? We are these community people, and we're giving back to our community now. And really, we was at a point where we would be walking past people in the street because we was busy and concerned with getting to work, or we was walking past people in the street because we was concerned with our own heartache, right? But this brought to our attention that, you know, it takes more than just us, right? It's more than just one person, but one person can make a huge difference. So we've seen people stepping up and delivering food to their neighbors. And what I was always preaching to you guys about, it doesn't only have to be a priest or something fantastical that is a quote unquote calling, right? Because we've seen key workers stand up, and I guess these people before was classed as being in unskilled jobs, and now they was the people that we needed the most. So I feel like this shift, although, you know, it rocked us, it had to shake us to our core, right? So that we would get the message. It was always destined to happen, but it brought with it this healing of humanity and people wanting to give back and wanting to take care of themselves, their health, right? Instead of just running off to work every day and thinking about making money because the bills was piling up. We was forced to stop here. And I really loved that, you know, we were really forced into it. Okay, and the Devil card is turned over there and it's reversed. So the Princess of Cups and the Devil card here. I feel like people found difficulties in letting things go and understanding that we had addictions that was holding us back from our true calling. We had to basically start from the beginning and maybe even find ourselves all over again here with the Princess of Cups. Go back to feeling, right? Pisces is the oldest zodiac, so we had to go back to that ancient wisdom there and trust our intuition and trust our heart and really lay our feelings and emotions on the table, because most people thought, you know, if I don't survive this, then maybe it's better that I tell people how I feel. So we started cutting off people that was not good for us, jobs that was not good for us, bad habits, maybe people stopped smoking and drinking and things like that. But I feel like it's wonderful and it had to happen, right? So where we felt like it was impossible to change these things, I feel like the divine showed you that anything is possible, right? Because you didn't think lockdown was possible, and here we are, but it's brought around these fabulous changes and a new understanding, I feel. I feel like even people who are now only just waking up kind of are all turning to spirituality. They're all turning and looking for, I guess is a better way to say it, a deeper meaning to life and understanding. I see people now feeling like, okay, well, I'm going to have to start my business again. And maybe it's not such a terrible thing because I'm going to actually do something I'm passionate and excited about. I see people here coming forward and apologizing. So recognition of their mistakes, because if you can't get past or admit your own mistakes, you could feel stuck. And that was the Devil card as well. A lot of people felt like admitting they was wrong is admitting somebody else is right. So they never wanted to do that, and it kept them chained here. We can see it kept them chained to another person. So you could have been asking, why was I constantly thinking about this person who was bad for me and I could never get over them, or couldn't stop thinking about them or obsessing about them, and it was becoming quite codependent or toxic and things like that. Some people realized the error of their ways and said, hey, I can't keep cheating on this person because I've lost them and I understand the loss of them. There's this huge awakening where people got a big blinding light in their eyes and gave them clarity here, right? So I feel necessary. I feel like it was necessary to spark the kind of awakening that it did for people to get out of these shackles. So yeah, as I was saying, so if you couldn't get a certain person out of your mind, even though you knew they was attached with this devil energy, or they was not right for you, but you felt like this strong connection. I feel like with the Princess of Cups, you had to go back right to the beginning and learn about your inner child, or your childhood, or your children's childhood, or your children's childhood. You had to look at these things and take care of them, right? or let's say if you was a grandparent and you wasn't allowed near your grandchildren during lockdown, you really sort of understood now the connection you was looking for, whereas before you might have even been holding on to a relationship that wasn't good for you. So you freed yourself from it, right? Understanding that no, we don't stay together for the kids, it's becoming quite toxic, and then we're creating and continuing a cycle of people staying together and fighting in front of children and things like that. And I feel like people really understood that no, it's not better to stay together for the children, it's better to take care of our children, heal our own inner child, and break these chains that are in these devil cards here. Okay, the Two of Cups. But like I said, nonetheless, we are a tribal people, so we want that connection. And it's made you see, you know, I do want somebody in my life, right? I am calling out to somebody, and maybe the things I've been saying here with the devil card or thinking wasn't the right way to go about it. So maybe I had to learn all again, and you maybe felt like, well, it's too late for me to learn, or it's too late for me to love, or, you know, I'm busy with work and this and that. And love just is coming in anyway. We see the Lovers, we see the Two of Cups. There is somebody out there for you. Maybe if we stop holding on to what was wrong for us, we could let in what was right for us. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy by any means. The Devil card is being able to control those negative thoughts in our mind. And when we have 100 things going on, we still have to pay the bills, we still have to get the kids to school, we still have to do this and that, we still have to have food on the table, you know, and you kind of felt chained in and things like that. Now, if you've were able to find your freedom and break loose of these things, then we see a lot of you are finding love at this time. And I feel like this love is quite unexpected here. Some of you are destined to have children in this time. These children will be, you know, the firstborn in this Aquarian age, and will be, because of what we experienced, better humanitarians, right? They will understand to be giving and helping and sharing, forgiving and apologizing when necessary. They're letting go of our old bad cycles because we did the work. We had to. It may have even started with this divine connection that we can see here. But it doesn't mean all is lost for you. So the Justice card. So at this point, you could still be feeling like you haven't been given justice or your reward. You could even still be dealing with a karmic relationship, and this could be another reason why we are maybe thinking about them either in a negative way or overly thinking about them, so an obsessive way. That's that Devil card there. But with these sixes and this Empress up here, I'm confident that this is just delayed, right? That your reward is delayed. That once you can sort out this way of thinking about romance, about this person, or about humanity as a whole, I feel like then justice is served for you. You may have felt like, well, you expected justice to come around in a different way. When we're actually healed, we're not hoping for karma to come around and hit somebody. We're not hoping that, you know, that something bad happens to that person because something bad happens to us. We're putting out the good energy so that we can be, you know, get what we give out. So let's just say people have only just started giving this out. So be honest with yourself. How long have you truly been giving out this positive energy and focus that you're concerned that it hasn't come back to you yet? Because then it kind of still is attached to this devil energy that, you know what, for this last month I've been doing good for people and nobody's done anything good for me. Well, then it kind of is still doing it for the wrong reason. So do the right thing for the right reason at the right time, and what you've been sowing will be rewarded, right? There's a time to sow and there's a time to reap. I tell you guys this all the time. We can look at it like when the farmers are sowing their seeds and then harvesting their crop. The seasons are a great guide for us, right? Along with the constellation, the season can show us the changes. We can see from the seasons and nature that the changes are very important, right? Because we need different things and elements to grow. So although you may feel like you haven't received justice or they haven't received their karma, there is a delay. Karma knows everybody's address, so if you're doing good, good is coming back to you. I wouldn't be overly concerned about it. It might just be something that is cropping up, and this is why we're showing up as still pages. We still have a lot to learn, right? Only a fool thinks they know everything. The Tower. So, okay, here, this, like I said, is a shake to the core, but I feel like this is going to be a change that you're not expecting, but I feel like you're able to climb out of this hole. You might feel like, I had to do it myself. I didn't get no help from the divine or anything else. I really had to struggle through this. I'm feeling a lot of people struggling through this, but I feel like it's more thoughts and words that are going on. Because the pages are about communication. So I feel like you're struggling either with not having communication or not having answers from this person. You felt like it was unfair you didn't get any answers when you gave everything, you gave your all. And I think this is something that maybe you still keep thinking about, like, how come I wasn't given my answers from this person? How come they got to, throw a tower in my life, wake me up, and then exit the building, and I got treated unfairly, and I don't feel like, I'm still being treated fairly. It could be for some of you, you're dealing with a lot of karma right now, and this is tower moments happening in your life over and over, because the higher we ascend, the more we clear karma. So we do see the Justice card next to it. So you could be dealing with a karmic cycle and it was very difficult to let go of. A lot of people will tell you, look, this karmic partner is a negative partner for you, or your partner has gone off with a karmic partner and they're wrong for them. Actually, we all have to repay our karmic debt. And obviously the quicker we're clearing karma, it can feel like a lot of things are happening to us when we expected, okay, I cleared that karma, so good things should be happening to me. Of course, good things are happening to you, and you are ascending, and you are moving in the right direction here. The Tower, however, is not a negative thing. It's a beautiful thing that if we are going in the wrong direction, it gives us a little diversion board, right? So I'm just picturing us driving in traffic and being diverted down a different road. And you may feel like, damn it, I didn't want to go down this road. But at the end of that road is something beautiful. And you can say, if I didn't come down this road, I never would have found you, or I never would have found this. So you will eventually get to see your reward and why you was diverted down this road, or why this tower happened. You do eventually get to see. That's hindsight, right? But you don't want to rush to the end of the journey. I'm telling you, there's beautiful things to see on the way. Let's see here. The Six of Pentacles. So we do have that 666 that we seen in the Pisces reading. Six of Wands, the Lovers, and the Six of Pentacles. So we're talking about bringing your feminine and masculine energy into balance. We're talking about stopping yourself over giving, right? Because a king will know boundaries, healthy boundaries, and not be overly giving to somebody who's not giving to him. And a queen will maybe endlessly give and nurture somebody. But it may be that people just end up taking and taking. Givers, you've got to really stop. giving, right? And learn boundaries here. And I guess this is what this lesson was about, and might be why it was so difficult to let go of. You could have invested more than love. You could have invested money and ended up losing everything, even your home, over this. And you're like, where do I get the justice? You could have gone through a very public divorce here, and, you know, got not what you was expecting out of the divorce. You may have felt like things would be split evenly, but it wasn't. And you feel like that was very unfair. A lot of the times people will say or comment on my channel that, you know, people don't really give broke guys or broke girls a chance in love. And I used to think that, you know, we should be giving broke people chances in love. If you don't, you're a gold digger. Now, with growth, I definitely look at that differently, because while in a marriage, you can't, you know, let somebody spend all your money and create harder situations from you, or create a lot of debt and then, you know, not be able to feed your children. I definitely understand that it's not being a gold digger, wanting somebody who is loving themselves, who is working on their dreams and their goals and being rewarded for it. Because I've said this a lot, like when I first started my channel, I really had difficulty in charging. I was like, no, this is a spiritual gift. But then I realized how much energy I give, and money is an exchange of energy, right? So if you can already see that they have a bad money energy and then they bring that into you, it creates more difficulties in your life. And of course, you end up with these tower moments. You may feel like, you know what, love will carry us through. It doesn't matter about money. It's not important. It's something material. You're not supposed to be thinking that I'm only going to go out with a millionaire or something, or I don't mind building and picking that person up. Because when that person's bad with your money and you lose everything, then you kind of start saying, they took all my money and they did and this. But you had the red flag and made your choice in the beginning, right? So you did reap what you sow. You may have felt like it was unfair, but it happened, right? Now you learned better and you won't do it again. So it's not a negative to want certain things for yourself, right? I really want 2021 to be promoting about not putting other people down in what they want. So if they want their ex, I don't want people putting them down saying, oh, well, I don't want my ex, who wants their ex back? I've tried to tell people to not do that on the channel a lot anyway. But like I posted something the other day saying, about women, some women want diamonds and others just want peace. And I said, it doesn't really matter what, you know, somebody else wants is different from you. That's the beauty in the world, right? The diversity. But they may want something different from you because they're at a different place in their life and their path is different from you. It doesn't mean that we have to attack each other. No, this is what we're supposed to be waking up to, this humanitarian energy, this growing and building and coming together to create this new beautiful world. So I really think like people who understand that you're not a gold digger. Firstly, you have the right to choose. You have the right to, we all have free will. So let's say if you get in a relationship and you're only going to date poor people, that's your choice, right? And if you're only going to date rich people, that's your choice. If you're going to date people who are building up and you build up together, that's your choice. There is no wrong choices here. We all learn differently throughout life here and experience and destiny what we actually want and need. Right? And we need different things. But as a collective, we have all these beautiful different things to give back out to each other. We're not all here giving the same thing. We're all like, if you like, our own little mini universe. 9 of Pentacles. So you've learned a great deal here. And you're much better off for it, regardless whether you felt like it was the worst thing that happened to you in the world, because this person not only stole your heart, could have stole your money, and even gave it to somebody else, right? Gave their love to somebody else and stuff. But you and the world, the collective here, is on the way up. They're better. They will become so much stronger, so much more empowered individually, which builds this beautiful world that we can see behind her, which is much more green, which is much more self-efficient, much more energy efficient. And I see people now turning more to like crystals and feng shui and things like that. The flow of energy, we can see the water trickling down here. People understanding that, okay, maybe I need to get out in nature, because that's the only thing the government's allowed you guys to do, right? Have your exercise and go out in walks and things. And then you realize, actually, I enjoy this. And, you know, it's helped you to grow. It's helped you to see nature differently, become one with this nature, and understand that we need the world. I think, I'm not sure which country it was in. It might have been Japan or China, that when they'd stopped in their lockdown, actually the clouds cleared after so much pollution had been put into their country, that only even 3 days of lockdown cleared their pollution like so much. So even that was what the planet needed, what we needed to help fertilize the plants and life again, right? So you can see that there is actually a lot going on behind the scene, maybe even disguised as tower moments, like bad things that are actually helping the planet and you to regenerate and regenerate this new world. Princess of Swords. So we can see here 2 pages, which can indicate that this could be a twin flame reading, because I guess you guys are needed to uplift the vibration of the world, the energy of the world, the love of the world. A lot of twin flames, soon as they met their twin flame, they started on this immediate journey of giving back to humanity. The 6 is there, being the 6th house, giving to humanity, and following their true path, their calling, because they just was walked by their person, the other half of their soul, right? Once they got that message there, they really, really, I guess, started on something they couldn't turn back from. And I guess that could also be indicated with the devil, like it was something they couldn't let go of. So something got hold of them, and then they just kept walking and kept going and kept following. I used to call it the twin flames. It's like having a carrot dangled in front of your face. So you keep doing the work in search of, you know, this unity. And this is what we're seeing, harmony come into the world here, okay? But it's not that you've learned everything. We're pages here. We still have so much to learn. We're still children of the earth. We're still children of the divine. We're still developing and growing, and that's what we came here to do. It's not a negative. So I feel like if I was to look at this as, let's say, a romantic reading, where you, as the Page of Cups, have become like an empath and have really stepped onto your journey here with feeling. They stepped onto their journey with more of their thoughts, their head here. So we need to harmonize the head and the heart, right? So they stepped into this, maybe they're letting their head lead them more than their heart, and you're letting your heart lead you more than your head. So you need to, you know, bring in some logic, and they need to bring in some feeling into their life. But nonetheless, you've both grown. I feel like that could be your next step. As an empath, using logic. Okay, I can't just keep letting everybody drain me. Where am I going to end up? Just tower after tower? Because we're searching for this love, and you may end up being able to walk away from the connection you were stuck on in the first place, and then run into somebody and you felt like, well, this is unfair because I should have met a better soulmate. I raised my vibration and I ran into somebody and a tower happened again. So I was mistreated again. But did you look at the red flags? Did you share with that person freely, this is what I want? Did you listen to them when they told you what they want? Because a lot of the time people listen to reply and they don't hear, right? They don't hear what somebody's saying, they hear what they want to. And then they say, oh, it's unfair because of this. And you kind of feel like, oh, I'm back at square one. But you're not back at square one, right? You're at a place of experience. You've grown immensely. You have so much to give. But remember, when you're a giver, when you're an empath, of course you have so much to give, but you have to learn, to, like a king, to become that empress and let things come to you naturally. Not chase things, not overly give things like the queen does, right? Because the queen will overly nurture, overly love, and overly chase after what she believes is right, because she does have that masculine energy in her as well. And she may even be thinking, I can fix this, I can do this, you know, and has that driving force behind her, because we do have masculine and feminine energy within us, no matter how little or how great either one is within us, right? So here it's understand it's about, with the Princess of Swords there, the Page of Swords, your partner, your romantic partner, your lover, your Two of Cups, your soulmate here, they're searching for the answers. They really are. They're just having a different approach to it than you. I feel almost like you may have awoken up before the age of Aquarius, in the age of Pisces, which we can see in the Princess of Cups. And then in the age of Aquarius, which we can see in the Princess of Swords, that may be when your partner sort of woke up, because it's the more airy energy, things being more logical, things being more undeniable. And, you know, like often now we can see science and spirituality working together and proving their points and stuff. So I feel like there's this undeniable energy to them that they now want to be able to search for those answers. So it's nothing wrong, you know, using your head, but they need to learn to use their heart more, and you need to learn to use your head more here. That's all I was saying. Four of Swords. So if it is a romantic connection, there's no movement yet. And going back to the collective energy, and speaking of the experience of the world, we can see this, what we call the cold and flu card, right? So we do know what's going on in the world, and it will become part of our everyday world. It's not something that will magically disappear. It will be part of our world, but it's not going to be, I guess, what's the right... It's not going to move anywhere quickly. And I think that came out because somebody asked me about that. When will it go away? I don't think it's going anytime soon, but it doesn't mean that, you know, it's something to worry about. The Four of Swords, it's if you're in that, trapped in that Four of Swords energy, worried about when it's going away, and it's not seemed to be going away, then what we can say is you're making yourself stagnant. And we have free will, so you can stay stagnant, right? And you can still, I guess, like shelter yourself in, pretend it's not happening, but it is happening, right? Let's just get some extra oracle cards here and see. So let's see here. I think the deck's upside down. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. Okay? And this is what we're seeing here, a lot of stillness. You don't have to see action from a romantic partner to know that something's going on within them. They're looking for answers. Where did you start looking for answers? Within. Right? So they're looking for answers within themselves. So that stillness doesn't mean that, you know, okay, nothing's happening in my romantic life. Okay, there is things going on behind the scene. What you're searching for is searching for you, whether you've met this person or not yet. This could be two people who are about to collide with the star here, okay? So you can surrender to this powerful presence of love and allow yourself stillness. Relax, you've done your work, sort of thing. I am the loving energy of the universe. So yeah, I definitely feel like you guys who was already woke in the age of Pisces, you needed to be woke. So it might have been unfair, these things that happened to you in this tower, but it needed to happen for the greater good of the collective here. You are that loving energy, those empaths that needed to be woke up by the universe to make sure we all got through this, right? Let's see. I always trust that the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. And I guess that's when I was talking about those redirections with the tower moments there. So if we trust the universe, even when we're being redirected, you'll know that you're going in the right direction, and you'll stop falling back into that crutch of, I guess, worry or fear of change. Let's see here. Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perceptions so that I can see what is of the highest good of all. I think that just brings it all together, right? When I was explaining it was for the highest good of all. Now we can see it. We can start saying, thank you. Thank you for showing me my greatest fear, that I could overcome it, whatever it was, whatever your tower moment was, you was able to face it and see beyond your fear and keep going and expanding your perception. And that's growth. That's divine. And if you are worried for love and worried that things aren't really happening in your love life right now, they will be. I promise you, they will be happening here. It's time to rest for those who have done the work during Pisces season. Now let your partner or come towards you. Don't worry that they're not. And I mean, if you don't know them, and I'm saying to you, let your partner do the work, you may say, well, how can I, stop them? I mean, like, we can call out to our soulmates even without knowing. A lot of us are conscious manifestors, but we're manifesting all the time. If you're not conscious that you're doing it, and you do it in this energy of worry of that I wasn't treated fair, and the devil energy, and like, I really need them, I really want somebody, then it can be in a lower vibration of love, because the energy that we have on the planet is love, right? It's just different frequencies of it. You can't hate, if you like, somebody you haven't loved. Why would you? You don't even know them. It's just a lower vibration of the same thing, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much, guys. Good luck.